are you implying that, in your opinion, a romantic comedy is more like in your face? Oh, I love you, John. Oh, I love you, Barbara. I love you too, John. I love you, Barbara. Shall we hug? Yeah, let's hug. Is that what you have an image of a romantic comedy?
Um,
So, have you ever seen 2 Weeks Notice, Davide?
no. What is it?
Well, it's a romantic comedy.
Okay.
I like it. It is with Hugh Grant, Sandra Bullock. A bit of forgot the story. I have to watch it again, but they play very well. Anyway, I like romantic comedy, so it's great. I recommend it. Do you think you will watch it?
I don't think I'll watch that film.
Why?
I'm someone that when watching films, I think the poster, the marketing for it, the trailer, all that is so part of the film. And looking at the poster, to me, it shows me. I could be proven wrong, but most of the time it shows me. It is like a radar of whether this film is something that I would enjoy or not. And I see the poster, and I'm sure it's a brilliant film, but for me, it doesn't interest me, and so I wouldn't choose to watch it.
Yeah.
But the question is, does that mean I don't like romantic comedies? Is that the question?
Yes.
It's not true. I like romantic comedies if they're done the right way.
And what is the right way then?
To me, the right way to doing a romantic comedy is to have the romance happen, and that's the focus of the film, and then the background of what happens is like a fantastical event. I can think of 2 films that does this.
Which one?
Titanic. It's not so much comedy, but definitely romance between Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, right? And it's like the focus of the story is these 2 falling in love, but they happen to be on Titanic that's going to sink. So the focus is the romantic story, and then the background story is this epic event.
So you need both.
So, like for me,
You need both to be.
I want to place the
okay.
romantic story within this world.
Yeah.
That's when it's intriguing.
But any romantic story in any other romantic films, there's something behind as well.
Yeah, but is it epic? Is it fantastical?
But is Titanic fantastical or just historical fact?
It's fantastic.
On the boat on the sea.
Have you seen Titanic by James Cameron? It's an epic movie.
No, the film is an epic movie.
Yeah.
But you say that, is it because there's a tragedy of the boat sinking that you find it interesting?
To me, it's a fantastical story with the romance focus.
So, are you implying that, in your opinion, a romantic comedy which is not done that way, like you just said, is more like in your face? Oh, I love you, John. Oh, I love you, Barbara. I love you too, John. I love you, Barbara. Shall we hug? Yeah, let's hug. Is that what you have an image of a romantic comedy if it's not done in a so much professional James Cameron way like Titanic?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're saying.
Oh yes, you are. I'm asking you if you see a normal romantic comedy as like a cheesy kind of film where love you, I love you back, love you back. Shall we get married? Is that your assumption on romantic comedy films?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Like, there's another film which I consider a romance story, and it's also a sci-fi.
Which one?
It has Kate Winslet in it again. It's and Jim Carrey. A film called The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Long film title.
Wow.
And the film's brilliant. And the film is about these 2 people who meet and they fall in love. And then they choose to break up. But the breakup and the memory of their relationship is too painful for them to bear. And so they seek out this scientific sci-fi experiment medical thing where it helps them erase specific memories. So you can erase the memory of being in a relationship with someone, so it's not painful. But then Jim Carrey's character realizes that when he goes ahead and does it, that he regrets doing it, and so he tries to kind of hold his memories. And then I'll leave the end of the story for the people to view. But to me, that's a romance, and then it's the story that surrounds that romance is fantastical. But with Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, it's very much in this world, and there's just subtle hints of sci-fi, and the way it's edited in like the dream sequences when he's trying to like go from one dream to the next and try and capture it. It's just so incredibly made. It's one of my favourite films, and that's an example of a romance story, in my opinion, done masterfully. For example, why romance and romance comedies is very much often done in such a way that it's all about the script, it's all about the writing and the dialogue, and it doesn't matter what you see visually. Not all romance films and romantic comedies are like this. But why can't a romance film be at the same level artistically as, 2001: A Space Odyssey or Jurassic Park or just all the incredibly great films that are up there and some of the best films ever made? Why can't a romance story be at the same level of trying to do something within cinema that hasn't been done before?
I think that's not a fair statement.
Why?
There has been a romance story made on a high level of cinematographic things.
Name one.
The Notebook has got a high reputation of the beauty of to show. It's not a comedy, by the way, but to show a romantic film. There's so much beauty in the Notebook. There is as well. There are many of them.
Her is another one. A film called Her is very, very good.
Okay.
And that's a very odd romance story, which is also brilliant.
So, oh yes, you okay. So, let me think. There is a. No, it's not really a romance film, but.
Yeah. So there have been films that have pushed the envelope, but I'm saying, like.
I mean, it's just like.
There's not many.
I can't just name them like this because I'm you want the top one, so I'm trying to think of the top one. But for me, most of them for me are done quite nicely. But there is some of them that I don't watch because they are actually cheesy. Yeah, those ones. I don't have them. In fact, if I have them, I'll give it away. But no, usually a romantic thing. But I will understand that for someone who wants to be really like you, and it's a good thing, but who really want to be impressed by a film, whatever the film is, but let's say we're talking about romantic films here, you need, in terms of visuals, something which make the love story worthy to be watched. Otherwise, you could just say, okay, they love each other, but that's not enough. So yeah, I will give straight away The Notebook is a good example, but maybe not the best. But that's the one I have in my mind right now. But there has been beautiful romance films with a beautiful setting, but I don't have it right now in my head. And it's not an excuse because as if there is and I don't know. No, I don't have it immediately in my head right now.
That's fair enough. So yeah, going I might not watch a lot of romantic films or romantic comedy films, but I'm definitely not opposed to them.
Oh, I have a good example, but you may disagree. Very well known in England, it's a classic. Pride and Prejudice, and then Sense and Sensibility.
Yeah.
Beautiful setting of the period film, beautiful setting of the castle, the garden, thing is beautiful. Is that enough or not enough for you to be worthy to watch those romance stories? I mean, all the castle and the garden. Is it not enough for you to be, in terms of visual, enough for you to watch a romance film like this?
As I've said, as I've said earlier, right? As I've said, not like there are some great romance films out there, shot beautifully, performed beautifully, everything's amazing. I just think there's not enough of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's, like, I'm just making up a statistic, but just to prove a point, which is, it's like 70% of romance films are like not much thought in the cinematic experience, but more in the dialogue and story. And the small 30% is the one which not only do they want to be passionate about creating a romance story, but they also want to really pioneer and push the envelope of what cinema can do within that genre.
Well, you should see the film of Michel Brun. They're very good.
Which film?
The Knight and the Lady
By Michel Brun.
by Michel Brun.
I'm looking forward to seeing that one.
No, but the title will be different, but it will turn around the Knight and the Lady. Because it's a film which
Sure, it'd
exists.
be better than Lord of the Rings.
Because it's a film which exists not in the cinema right now, but it's just.
In the cinema of Michel's mind.
But in my cinema's mind, yes. Yes.
That's cool. Am I in that story?
You could be part of the crew if you want.
Cool. I'll be your trusted companion.
If you want,
knight.
if you want a role in the film, yes, you could be the gardener in the garden of the castle, the one who do the garden.
Who's secretly a knight.
But you have to be older, so we put a special makeup on you.
Cool.
That you be an old English gardener.
Who's secretly a knight.
No
joking.
knight's role for you. Only the gardener.
Who's secretly a knight.
Only your dreams.
Good. That's good. I don't mind it in my dreams. That's very good. Well, I'm sorry to say this, but I need the toilet.